Hey everyone, when you get your Gravity XL, it's going to come in a bag like this, and inside you are going to have your hardware with the linkages, your hammers, and your crosspiece. Now your hammers are in the order they need to be. If you remember in the earlier updates we had a little bit of problem with the clearance when the hammers came together. So I bent this one just a tiny bit, the one in the middle. And now when you flip it over and put it back, it should line up so that it does close. So keep those in order. If you do pull them out of order, just play with the arrangement until they do line up. Okay, so of course you get your sticker, awesome for sale. And you have your 3 linkages, your shackle, 3 nuts, 3 bolts, and a locking pin. Now we're doing this in real time so that we can fix any problems you might have, just as if you were building this yourself. So let's start with the 3 hammers. Now you have 2 hammers on the left, and you have 1 on the right, and we're placing the one on the right in between, just like a sandwich. And we're going to take one of our bolts and simply put it through that hole right there. And then we're going to put the other ones through as well. Now we'll put our nut, just like that, finger tight. Now we'll take our linkages, and you have one that's a keyhole. There's the keyhole. You have your spring linkage, and then you have your regular hole linkage. You're going to put the spring linkage in between the 2 that have the holes, right? Just like that. And then we'll open up our shackle, and we'll line it all up. There you go, let's tighten that up. Okay, so now we're going to put this together so that it corresponds with the hammers that we just put together. We'll do this side first. I'm going to put this one downwards because I like for the nuts and bolts to line up with the shackle bolt. Come on. There we go. Finger tight again. Now let's line up this one. Hopefully we have an easier time than the first one. There we go. And then I'm going to flip this first one around so that everything lines up the way I like it to. There we go. Okay, so there that is. And now we just have to tighten these bolts. Now what we're going to do is tighten them all the way down and then back them off 1/4 turn. There we go, bottomed out. Let's move on to the next one. Next one. Oops, sorry. Alright, now we're going to back them off 1/4 turn. There you go. Okay, and that's how it's supposed to be. Now remember that this design is made so that when you shut it, or actually open it up, it is the same size as half a sheet of paper. And in order to compensate for the shortness of the linkages, we have to put in a spring to help force the jaws open. Now if you want a smaller gap in between the jaws right there, then you just adjust the spring. But this will help it stay open the distance it needs to. Now you also have a storage hole for the pin. Make sure that when you put the pin in there, you do it on the keyhole side first. Put that in like that. There you go, for storage. And then to take it out, you simply depress the wedge and then line it up with the keyhole and it'll come right out. And of course that's so that you can put your cross piece in there. Put your pin in the middle, and then you have your 4-prong grappling hook. Everyone, keep in mind that when you tie your rope onto your gravity hook, you want to make the tag end long enough so that you can put it in between the linkages, and then that way when you set it up, the jaws are already wide open. So let's say you're trying to pick up a cell phone, you would drop it down, the rope on the other side would fall out, and then you can close it as you lift up. Okay? Thank you so much. Catch you next time.